Welcome to Open Marketing, and today we are talking about page aesthetics. Page aesthetics. Now, this is important because your page and how it looks can determine if you get a lead or not. Okay, if your page, meaning your social media page, whatever platform it's on, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to just how it overall looks. Okay, think about your Instagram page, think about your TikTok page, your Facebook page, whatever social media that you have, right? LinkedIn, YouTube. You want to make sure that it's aesthetically pleasing. Now, this is where we're getting into more branding and things of that nature, but you want to make sure that there's some consistency with color, consistency with design, consistency in just the various types of content that you create. Now, where a lot of real estate agents get this wrong that I've been noticing is that they always post, at least especially on Instagram, the only posts that they post are the just listeds on their actual feed. And let me be the first one to tell you, no one cares about that. That's not going to work. Don't just post only homes. People want to get to know you. The homes are nice, but they want to get to know you because you're the person that they're actually going to want to get to know when it comes to brokering and making sure these deals happen. Now, when you think about your page aesthetic, all right, there's a couple pieces that I just want you to think about. With your page aesthetic for things, especially like YouTube, Facebook, as well as LinkedIn, I want you to think about your banner. Whatever your banner is, it can be something motivational. It can just be something that helps people get a better understanding of who you are, what you do, why you do it. These are things, this is just the top page because that's what people are going to see. And the second thing that you need to think about is whatever your profile picture is. Your profile picture, you should clearly be able to see your face. You should clearly be able to see, just who you are. You shouldn't be far away or anything like that. Pick a nice headshot of yourself where it's close up so people can see your face and preferably of you smiling. I think that goes without being said, but just want to make sure. I want to make sure that you're winning. So that's the second thing is really one, paying attention to your banner. Second, paying attention to your profile. Third, pay attention to your bio. Pay attention to your bio. So this really applies to across the board. Pay attention to your Facebook bio, your Twitter bio, your Instagram bio, your TikTok bio, all of these different bios. And you want to make sure that, again, your bio is clean, minimalistic, gets right to the point, including where you service. Please include that. So many real estate agents don't do that. Okay. Now, a nuance to the bio that I've been noticing, especially with real estate agents, that you can take advantage of to really build your audience is the website link. All right. Put some sort of website link, create some sort of system, a form, something, so that way people can actually connect with you all outside of the platform. Because the truth is, if people can only contact you and connect with you only through that platform, you are putting a lot of weight and trust on that social media platform. So you want to figure out ways in order to get people to connect with you, not only on the social media platform, but in some sort of way that's personal to you. If you have a personal website, if you have, a lead generation offer, whatever the case may be, but you want to make sure that the link that is in your bio is something that people actually can use and it's quick and easy for them to access because, things like Linktree are great, just easy ways for people to connect with you, send them to your YouTube page, send them to your website, send them to your broker's page, whatever the case. But make sure that you actually are leading them somewhere in your bio with the link. All right. Because that's a great way to actually add a call to action to all of your content is with that link. Now, the fourth thing that you want to look at when you're considering your page aesthetics is the highlights. And this is very specific to Instagram because you have those story highlights. That's why you want to really use those. And again, you want it to look good. You don't want it to just look a mess. Let your story highlights be the place where people can actually get to know you a little bit. If you're into going to the gym and you have some stories that are about gym life and working out and things of that nature, that's the place to put it. If you're into yoga, put it there. If you like dogs, put let that be the place where you talk about being with your dog, just whatever your interests are, but let that just be the place where people can kind of get an adrenaline shot of just who you are and what you're doing. It's another place also on the business side for you to put pictures and videos of client testimonials, closing pictures, that type of thing. So that way people are able to get a great idea, just snapshot of, okay, this is who this person is, right? This is who you are, right? And this is what you do. So that's the story highlights. That one's pretty specific to Instagram, but you just want to, again, with the page aesthetics, you want to consider all of it. So that's where you're looking at not only what the content is, but you're also paying attention to how it's presented. So with your story highlight, make sure that you also have just a really nice cover for the highlight. Really simple, really minimalistic. But again, you want it to be clear. You want it to be very clear. And that's what's really important when you think about your page aesthetic. It needs to be very clear as to what you do, who you are, and why you do it. Okay. And that's what helps with being really consistent in colors, being consistent in messaging, and just being consistent with what you're posting. So when you're past the when you're past the story highlights, at least on Instagram, at least, now we're paying attention to just what does your overall feed look like. Now, this is where you're dealing with pages like your TikTok, like your YouTube, and your Instagram, because basically your entire feed is right there. Every single post that you post. It's one thing when people experience it when they're scrolling in their timeline. It's another thing when they actually go to your page and look at the entire library. How does it look? Is it actually like nice to look at? Or is it clear to understand what's going on? Like, one of the things I suggest, especially with reels, is to add like the first 3 seconds, some sort of short titling, so that way it shows up well on the scroll as well as on the page itself. So that way when people look at your page, they're able to see, oh, buyer advice, seller advice, renting advice, investing tips, things of that nature, where they're able to clearly see, okay, this is the type of content that this person makes. Let me check out some of it. And prayerfully, if you're doing your content correctly and you're saying the right things to the right people in the right way and saying it often, you're going to end up, they are going to end up finding themselves just scrolling all through your content, which is going to be great. And it's going to help you build that actionable trust to where they actually click on the link in your bio, or they, decide to give you a call, send you an email, whatever the case may be. And you're ready right there to get the lead and hopefully get the deal. Okay. So you want to look at your overall feed, pay attention to how you're creating your content. Is it all videos, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but also see if you can sprinkle in some personal stuff. Don't just post the house. Please don't do that. Please. I'm telling you, it just looks nasty. It is nasty business when you, as a real estate agent, where all you post is houses. Now, I know that may go against what you've heard, that may go against what you think is right, but trust me, if you are trying to transact a deal that's thousands of dollars with a person, and let's say you go to an Instagram, you go to a TikTok for that person to help you, if all they are showing is the house, are you more likely to trust them, or are you more likely to just be impressed with the types of houses that they're showing? You want to make sure that people get to know you in your content. And the way in which you do that is by posting you. So have some selfie videos, snap a selfie picture of yourself, whether it be at work or it's just at home for play, whatever it is. But make sure that it all just looks nice on the page. Okay. And the same goes true on YouTube when you're dealing with thumbnails. Get something consistent. Find you some colors that you like, that are just consistent with who you are and just what you want your brand to be. And essentially that's all branding is, right? If I really had to dumb it down, like, branding is pretty deep, but if I had to dumb it down, your brand just basically consists of just what message do you want people to feel when they interact with you online. So that's dealing with the type of music you use. That's dealing with the colors that you use. That's dealing with the designs that you use. You want to figure out, what is my look? Do I want more of an abstract look where, there really isn't rigidness to it? Or do I want a luxurious, clean, minimalistic, where there's sharp lines and no circles and boxes and diamonds and square? Like, that type of stuff matters when you think about just your page aesthetics, because again, subconsciously, that's going to communicate to the people that like luxury things. That's going to communicate to the people that like the more abstract things when you're dealing with just design and things of that nature. Same thing with the colors. If you are, let's say, for example, if you are a real estate agent and you want to target men that are, let's say you want to target bachelors that are buying homes or sell their home or whatever, and your aesthetic is all pink, right? Your branding in terms of just colors is all pink. You're not likely, I don't want to say it's impossible because anything's possible, but you're not likely to attract that type of person just because depending on how you present the pink, if it's a girly pink and it's a girly aesthetic on your entire page and you're a woman trying to, get men clients, you're more than likely not going to get it just off the strength that your colors don't really speak to your audience. Your colors don't speak to who you want to get deals from. So that's just something you want to keep in mind when you think about just the type of clientele that you want to get and the colors that you use and the music that you use and things of that nature. Okay. Now, again, it's not a one size fit all. At the end of the day, you still want to be authentic to yourself. I don't ever want you to dumb down who you are or change who you are in order to get a deal done, but you still want to make sure that you're presenting who you are and you're meeting your audience where they are, so that way they trust you enough, so that way you can start the process to getting a deal done, so that way they get the house that they want and you're able to get that commission check and change lives. So with that being said, that's what I have for you today in today's class in our mastermind, where we talked about page aesthetics. I just want you to just look at your entire page on all your social media platforms and just view it as a vision board. Like, is this nice to look at in totality? Like, yes, the individual posts, the individual captions and stuff, they're nice. It's really good stuff. But how does it all look together? Is it actually succinct? Does it make sense? Is it easy to understand who I am, what I do, what I'm about? Right. And if you aren't able to answer those things, or you realize there's some changes that need to be made, I encourage you, make the changes this month to really improve your overall page aesthetics. Because again, if you show up consistently, people will rely on it. And if people can rely on you to post consistently, they will find a way to spend money with you. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions or thoughts, comments, concerns, leave a comment below. If you want to work with me, go to info@10-media.com. I'd love to help you and serve you however I can. If you are, if you know anyone, any other agents that would benefit from this mastermind, I encourage you to invite them. It's totally free. I'm giving away gems that people usually charge thousands of dollars for away for free. So that way you can become, so you can basically enlarge your digital platform as well as your personal brand. So that way you can impact people. Go improve your page aesthetics.